These Native American proverbs are life-changing. Even though I have never traveled to the United States of America, I have always been interested in the history, folklore, and culture of Native Americans. This fascination began when I was a young child. Proverbs are something that I enjoy, and I thought it would be fun to share with you a collection of Native American proverbs. You can draw motivation and direction from them since they are rare jewels of wisdom that have stood the test of time. Native Americans have a wealth of knowledge and direction that can help us live a more meaningful life, and we can gain this knowledge via their traditional wisdom. It is not necessary to be of indigenous descent or to reside in the United States to respect and gain knowledge from their knowledge. We should all take pleasure in proverbs because they apply to everyone. We can get wisdom from the proverbs that are found in every culture. Have a look at my previous article on Italian proverbs, which are also enduring treasures worth reading. This day's sage advice, the 15 Native American proverbs that are presented here, have been handed down from generation to generation and continue to be applicable in modern times. I strongly recommend that you do not simply skim through them, but rather take the time to relish every one of them. Should you do so, you will not be able to completely appreciate or comprehend them. Read each one of them slowly and think about what you've read. Permit them to serve as a source of motivation and direction for you to assist you in achieving your goals and achieving your life. They are as, within every one of us, two worlds are having a war. When compared to the second one, the first one is bad. Who will emerge victorious? Anyone you are feeding. When you were born, you cried and the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that on the day that you pass away, the world will cry and you will rejoice. Wither standing bare. The American Indian is a product of the land, regardless of whether it is the region of the forests, plains, pueblos, or mesas. Because the hand that fashioned the continent also fashioned the man for his surroundings, he's a natural fit for the environment. During his time, he grew as spontaneously as the sunflowers in the wild. In the same way that the buffalo belonged, he does now. Cherokee. Don't allow the events of yesterday to consume an excessive amount of today. Duwamish. The web of life is not something that humanity himself has fashioned. We are merely a single thread inside it. That which we do to the internet is also what we do to ourselves. Every single thing is interconnected. Everything is interdependent. If there is no cause for you to express gratitude, then the responsibility lies with you. A patch. It is preferable to have more lightning in the hand and less thunder in the mouth when it comes to overcoming a headache. Describe it to me and I will forget it. Demonstrate it to me and I might not remember it. Include me and I will comprehend it. Chief Dan George. If you talk to the animals, they will talk to you and you will familiarize yourselves with one another. If you do not communicate with them, you will not be able to get to know them and you will be afraid of what you do not know. What a person fears, that person destroys. Being dishonest is a more serious issue than being poor. Being poor is a concern. Never forget to express gratitude for the food you are about to consume. Chief Seattle. No cold can touch your heart and no flood can dampen your purpose, says Chief Seattle. When you know who you are, when your mission is clear, and when you burn with the inner fire of unbreakable will, nothing can stop you from achieving your purpose. One is aware that they are still living. The water in the pond where the frog dwells is not consumed by the frog. Crowfoot. Hold on to what is good, even if it's just a handful of soil, as the Crowfoot expression goes. Be steadfast in your convictions, even if they are as unmovable as a tree that stands on its own. Moreover, do not let go of what you have to do, even if it is a long way from where you are now. Do not let go of your life, even if it is more convenient to let go of it. Please do not let go of my hand, even if the time comes when I will no longer be with you. This is the gift of wisdom that will come to us if we wonder frequently. Is it life? Is that the wing beat of a firefly in the middle of the night? During the winter, does it sound like the breath of a buffalo bird? Is it the slender shadow that drifts across the grass and disappears into the darkness as the sun goes down? Every individual is his or her judge. Red Cloud, Oglala Lakota. I am the leader of the nation, even though I am impoverished and naked. We are not interested in wealth, but we do want to provide our children with a good upbringing. The accumulation of wealth would not be beneficial to us. On our journey to the other realm, we were unable to bring them with us. We do not seek wealth. Rather, we seek love and harmony in our lives. The laws of man are subject to change as a result of the understanding of man. The laws of the spirit, on the other hand, are unchanging. Listen carefully, or you will end up deaf from your tongue. President Billy Mills of Oglala Lakota. One must delve farther, much further below the rage, the hurt, the hatred, the jealousy, and the self-pity that they are experiencing. The depths of the earth, where the dreams are hidden. Identify your ideal life, son. Getting closer to your dreams is the best way to cure yourself. To the extent that we demonstrate respect for other living creatures, it will reciprocate by showing respect for us. It is merely a shift of worlds that occurs, there is no death. Until the sunlight breaks through the mist and dispels it, which it will undoubtedly do, you should remain quiet as long as the mists continue to shroud you. After that, show some bravery. Merry brave bird, Lakota. These are words that are at the very center of your existence. The land is holy as well. We are the children of the earth, and the rivers are our blood. If you take away our country, we will perish. Being courageous from a distance is not difficult to do. It has been my experience that it is not sufficient for a man to rely solely on himself when attempting any endeavor of significant magnitude. Shenandoah, it is no longer sufficient to merely utter the word peace. Rather, we must not only act in peace, but also live in peace and always be in peace. It is not our forefathers who take possession of the world. Rather, it is our children who take possession of it. A man's heart gets more brittle when he is separated from the natural world. Cheyenne Wooden Leg. The concept of wearing a complete dress to get ready for a fight does not originate from the thought that it will improve one's ability to fight more effectively. These preparations are made in preparation for death if the conflict might result in death, as a result of the fact that every Indian hopes to appear his best when he goes to see the Great Spirit. The process of dressing up is carried out regardless of whether an imminent danger is an approaching conflict, a disease, or injury during times of peace. We owe it to our children, grandkids, and children who have not yet been born to preserve the forest for their sake. For the sake of those who are unable to speak for themselves, such as the birds, animals, fish, and trees, we have a responsibility to conserve the forest. Rook Medicine Eagle. An attitude, a state of mind, and a manner of being in peace with all things and all beings are all aspects of what it is to be Indian, according to the Broken Medicine Eagle. It is bringing aliveness up from the soil and the sky, putting it in and giving it out from the heart, and enabling the heart to be the distributor of energy on this planet. It is letting feelings and sensitivities determine where energy flows, and it is allowing the heart to be its energy distributor. No matter how loudly dogs bark, a moo is not embarrassed by it. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.